Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again, and I'm here with Hassan Hakeem Rasek. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, give me 5 on that. Okay, good. I mean, I think I take pride in. I'm very big in introductions, man. As far as pronouncing people's names and things like that, I'm very big on that. A lot of people don't take it seriously about it, because that's your identity, you know. And so I take that very prideful. So good, I got that right. And he owns Everlasting Springs, Carolinas.
Everlasting Spring Water.
Everlasting Springs, Spring Water, Carolinas. Exactly. So, Mr. Rasek, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So talk about your product, if you will.
Yes, sir. Basically, this product is what we've done is over the years you find out, you've learned about tap water not being safe, and then the big conglomerates bottle water, but they're not necessarily using the best water. So if you look on most of them, they'll say from public source, which is tap water filtered. So one of the brothers, a friend of mine, that him and his family started looking for the best water they could find in the United States. And they came across the natural spring water with pH levels between 7.2 and 7.5 with the 7-step filtration process.
Okay.
And so they got involved with it and found it first. Originally it was called Nation's Best, and as business you have changes going about. Later they came up with the Everlasting Spring Water.
Okay.
And back in 2008, end of 2008, I became unemployed. I've been working for a company for about 8 years, and been learning a lot from Mr. Dudley and his family about entrepreneurship, and learning from my dad and other members of the Nation of Islam, Minister Louis Farrakhan and Messenger Elijah Muhammad. And so all of this had been seeded in me to become an entrepreneur. And so with a little taste of Think and Grow Rich, and the Walking Book, Mr. Dudley, and the Walking Book, Dr. John Ray, and the Walking Book, Minister Farrakhan, I started to branch out. So I said, let me just give it a good, strong shot. And so I asked the gentleman about the Everlasting Spring Water. No one was doing it in the Carolinas, Virginia, and South Carolina. And I asked him, well, what does it take to get started? And he said, well, form your own company. Well, I've been doing a little bit of study with the Robert Kiyosaki, Choose to Be Rich.
Yes, I heard that.
And
Exactly.
the Charles Hannell, you know, Master Key.
Master Key, yep.
And so I went down to Raleigh, North Carolina, and asked him, I said, would it be an infringement on your label to use the name Everlasting? He said, no, sir. So we set up Everlasting Spring Water, Carolinas. And he said, well, what do you want with the use of the name? I said, I'd like to have the distributorship for North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. And we signed off on that. And that's how Everlasting Spring Water, Carolinas came into existence in the Carolinas. And
really?
We're still in operation today.
Really?
And about to expand the labels and other different private labels, still pulling from the same class of water.
Right.
NSF certified, which puts you above the certification of FDA. And most of the water you'll find, it'll say FDA certified or approved.
Right.
Well, our water, we make sure that we use NSF certified certification, which is above that certification.
Excellent. I like that.
So we
Excellent.
want
I like
to
that.
know what we're putting in our bodies.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'll hold it if you don't mind.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Since we're talking about it, you said that you lost your job, and was that the motivating factor for you?
That was the driving force at that point.
Okay,
Yes, sir. To go ahead and step out on faith.
Right.
And try it.
That's right. Walking by
Yes,
faith.
sir.
Right.
Try it. And like Mr. Dudley said in one of his tapes, How to Be a Millionaire with 100 Customers, he said, you know, in business, sometimes you don't quit. He said you may have to back up, tweak things, go around, move, but you don't quit. And so I stepped out on that, and that's exactly what we've been doing for 2 years. And it's gradually growing and gaining momentum.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So you just answered one of my questions. I was thinking how long you've been in business for 2 years.
Yes, sir.
So right now, so you said North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, which is a neighboring,
The neighboring state.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
No, that's smart. Very, very smart. Wow, this is good. This is really, really good. And to be African American owned, huh?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. That is all right. You know, as I talk to you, I'm trying to think. Do I know any other African American entrepreneurs that are in this industry as far as water? And I can't think that I do. Can't say that I do. Do you know any others?
I've heard of one or two, but I'm not sure that they're 100% African American.
Right, right. Now, so for anyone that's watching this, how could they get some of this water?
Actually, they could go to our website. It's eswcarolinas.com.
Okay.
And there's an email or form.
Okay.
But it's submit your request, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, all right. Did you ever think, you know, when you were coming up, was entrepreneurship ever in your mind? Was it ever in your conversation?
It always was.
It was? Okay.
In 1974, my parents joined the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
And as you may be aware, the Nation of Islam is a African American,
Yes.
black-minded culture.
Yes.
And it's always talking about, you know, you can do something for yourself.
Yes.
And one of the problems from the book called The Supreme Wisdom, problem number 13, it starts off, it says, learn mathematics. And then after you learn the mathematics, you have to use the mathematics. It says you get luxury, good home, friendship, respect in all walks of life. It says, so you have to use your mathematics to get this, because that's what the God desires for you. And so all my life I've been looking at different angles, trying to learn how to use the mathematics to set myself in heaven while I yet live.
Understand.
And so yes, it's been grounded in me to do it for all that since I was yay high.
Really?
And I got a chance to see it, like I said, the walking book, Dr. Dudley and Dr. Ray, and many others, Dr. Mayfield and several other African American entrepreneurs throughout the country.
Right.
And, it's been awesome,
Right.
inspiring. And so I keep my eye on them and learn, and when I
Exactly.
run into a hardship or a difficult point, I call them up.
Exactly.
So on, so on, so on, so on. And I get some nuggets and I keep moving.
You know, one of the things is, as you say that, is sometimes we get very prideful, and we don't want to ask for help. We would rather just continue to go down this road of obscurity, whatever you want to call it, and not ask for help, ask for a lifeline per se. You know, why do you think that is?
Arrogance for one, and self-righteousness, a lack of humility.
Yeah.
You know, if someone has already done where you're trying to go,
Exactly.
then follow that example. Ask questions. Your path may not be exactly where they went, but they trailed a trail close enough to what you're trying to do that they can show you how to get over the hurdles.
That's right.
in that path.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, for someone that's watching right now, give us one thing that you would say, and just in your experience, give us one teachable moment, whatever you want to call it, that sticks out for you. It doesn't have to be your lowest moment, it doesn't have to be your highest moment. Just one teachable moment that you would say, that you would tell individuals, hey, look, you know, if there's anything that I've experienced, you know, remember this. What would you say?
I would say, like Mr. Dudley said, surround yourself with positive thinking people. People that are going somewhere. It may not be the same place you're going, but they're positive. And they're going in a place where it's going to help other people. Surround yourself with those kind of people.
Okay.
Association leads to assimilation. So you want to be assimilated into a group of people that are positive and doing positive things for humanity.
Wow, for humanity, I like that. So now you're thinking about yourself, but you think about humanity, everybody. Whether you're black, white, green, blue, orange, doesn't matter. That's right, it doesn't matter. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So I take you probably drink this water all the time, don't you?
Yes.
At least say you do. No, I know you do. I'm thinking now because I'm gonna buy some from you now. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind. Good deal. This is outstanding. Because like I said, I was just thinking, man. I one thing about me, I do my homework, man. I do my homework and I do my prep work, man. And if anything, you know, to be successful, you know, you want to do your homework. You want to think about it. You want to write it down and find, you know, just write down all the details. You want to be very detailed. And so when I found out that who you were and who you are rather. And I was just thinking in my head, do I know any other African American owners that own bottled water, that own spring water, and all that? No, I don't. And I'm very proud to say that now I do. I really do, and that's outstanding. And you're based out of where? Where exactly?
Greensboro, North
Out of
Carolina.
Greensboro, North
Yes.
Carolina. Okay. All right.
Yes,
That's,
sir.
okay.
God willing, in about a month from now, we have our first little physical location where
Okay.
you can actually come and pick up water.
Okay. Good. 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 Okay.
Greensboro.
That's good.
It's
That's
in
good.
renovation stage right now.
Okay. So now home delivery, office delivery.
Office delivery, home delivery.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Did it. And pH level. What is it? Explain
pH level,
about that.
It deals with the acidity
Okay.
of water. Water can be if it can be too acid, it's not good for you.
Okay.
If it's not acid enough, it doesn't hydrate the body.
7.2 between 7.2 and
7.2 and
7.5.
7.5. The
Right.
natural pH for water is between 7.1 and 7.2.
Okay.
But in certain springs, certain parts of the country, the magnetism of the earth
Mhm.
raises the pH of the water.
Mhm.
So the pH can be as high as 7.5.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
that's like the best water to hydrate the body.
Okay.
Between 7.2 and 7.5.
Okay.
It's the natural state. Think about it. The brain itself sits on water. The body is 3/4 water. So what you put in the body, the type of water you put in the body, the purer the water, the purer the cells have, the pure water the cells have to function from, the clearer the brain. So God's throne sits on water.
You smart.
So
You
we
think
want-
you smart, don't you? Yeah.
No, sir.
That's
No,
good.
sir.
I like that.
We
For myself, I like
have
that.
to get to the science.
Right, right, right,
We're chemical people. We are mathematics. We are mathematics and science. So God put everything in place for us to learn from and use it. So if we're 3/4
That
water,
makes
let's put the
sense.
best water in there.
Right, that makes sense. Right, it makes sense. Okay, good. Man, it's a teachable moment all the time when you listen, right? When you listen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being the first African American owner of bottled water in North Carolina. Good deal, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.